Alright, so this is going to be a video about the Xperia Z5, Sony Xperia Z5, and I actually made a video talking about the Z5 Premium a couple days ago, having a 4K display, and I was going to make a video yesterday because I didn't realize there was going to be a 5.2-inch one as well, but it turns out there's three of them. And that last video I made was just saying how I think the 4K screen is kind of unnecessary considering the 6 Plus has a 5.5-inch screen and it's only 1080 and it still looks nice. Even the Note 2 has 720 and it still looks great screen. Still looks nice. I honestly can't really tell the difference unless it's like a super low resolution screen like those cheap, like a cheap phone that's like $20 or $10 or something like that. I could probably tell a difference between that, but if it's like 2K, 1080, 4K, I can't really tell unless they're side by side, but real world usage, they still look great. And that video I made about them actually got a surprising amount of views. It got about 500 views, which it's not a lot to a lot of people, but to me that's a ton of views. And actually the 4K screen is confirmed, and damn, they're saying it's double the pixels of the iPhone 6 Plus, and there's three of them this time. The Xperia Z5, the Xperia Z5 Compact, and the Z5 Premium. The Compact line is probably the best mini phone out there besides the iPhone. Until Apple starts making the small iPhones again, like the iPhone 4-inch screens, like the 4-inch iPhones, I think this is going to be the best mini phone because if you notice, I believe there was an S5 mini, HTC One mini, and they had like really, really bad specs compared to the originals, especially the S5 mini, I believe was like, I like that phone a lot considering it didn't have the USB thing at the bottom. So, and it was still waterproof, which was made a really good idea, but I did not like that phone as much. It's a 4.6-inch screen for the compact. The premium's 5.5, and just the original Z5 is 5.2, like the rest of the Xperias. And I don't think they're going to change that because that's what the average phone is, about 5 inches now, or 4.7, considering the iPhone 6 is pretty popular. The specs are mostly the same except the premium, or I believe the compact has Snapdragon 808 with 3 gigs of RAM, and it actually comes with 32 gigabytes for the base model, which we really should not have a 16 gigabyte model, even though the iPhone 6s is rumored to have that, which please Apple do not. But it's also gonna, all these phones have SD cards and you can move them up to 200 gigabytes. The 5.5-inch premium has the 4K screen with the 820 and the Adreno 430. These specs don't make, or I hope the 4K screen doesn't make these specs irrelevant by having this phone barely running because of the software, not the software, the hardware of the screen is not, the screen may be too good for this hardware. I hope it's not. I hope it runs just as well as a normal phone would, because I believe I know that the G3 came out with a 2K screen and last year, and it was, people, once they changed the resolution, they noticed it lasted a lot longer on battery and it performed much better. There was very little lag on that phone then. And I know LG doesn't have the fastest Android skin, but still. Another thing is that they all have fingerprint scanners on the power button, which I think is a really nice place to put it, because once you grab your phone out of your pocket, unless you have a phone like an iPhone, which has the home button, or a Samsung, which has a home button, or a phone that has double tap, which I believe these do, you mostly reach for the power button. Well, the power button's on the side like most Sonys, and it's actually a different shape. It's a, like, normal, it's kind of like the iPhone's power button, the shape of that one, where it's more rounded, I will say. It's like, it's kind of hard to explain. I'm trying to talk right now, but I can't really. It's not like the circle ones on the old Xperias, which I heard a lot of people did not like. But which one and would you want? I actually saw a video of the Z5, which has a, what's it called? I'm trying to say it. They have on the Z5, the back of it is like a mirror, which I don't really see why you'd want that or need that. But I think it's kind of useful, probably a fingerprint magnet again, like the S6 Plus, or whatever that phone was called, the S6 Edge Plus. But still, what do you think of these? I think they're pretty decent. The battery life, if the premium has a bad battery life, I would really be disappointed. But I don't know. I was surprised with the Note 5's battery life when people said it was lasting even longer than the Note 4. I know a lot of people disagreed with me on that, but still, I don't know what to say about that phone. But still, this could be a good phone. It could not. They're all going to be available in October in white, black, gold, and green. And there's not much to really say about these phones except I think this is probably the best Sony phone they've ever made. And Sony, they make a lot of good phones, but they're very underrated phones. Like the S5 and the S6 could be the most popular phone, but Sony has a phone that's equally as good, if not better, but no one wants it because they don't know the brand or anything. It looks like most Xperias, as you can see from the picture, except I don't see a Sony logo at the top. Or, oh yeah, I do. That was just in one picture of it. But still, that it was just the angle the phone was pointing at. But these look really good, and I'm going on too much like normal, but still, I like these phones, and bye.